Alright, this video we're going to talk about sidebar creation. It's going to be kind of a segue from the last tutorial that I did on pages, on creating just a basic page content, and at the end of that video I set up the sidebar that we see here. So let's go ahead and at least try to pick off where we left off on that video. This setup, this section allows you to create multiple sidebars, basically as many sidebars as you want to create, and add them to different pages if you need to. So basically what happens is when you're setting up a page in the template, and if you remember in that video, I chose template, page with sidebar, and then I chose what sidebar I want to use. Okay, and so if I click to make my choice, I see all these sidebars, and so right now you're probably thinking, well, what's a sidebar, or how do I make a sidebar, or how does the items show up in that sidebar? Well, I'm going to cover all those items. So the first thing I want to show is under the Appearance section, we're going to see widgets, and we're going to see sidebars. Okay, so if I click sidebars, we're going to see all the sidebars this particular site has. And then these three are ones that we can actually delete or remove, and these three were ones that were created on this site. These other ones are default by the system, they're hard-coded, so we can't really get rid of those. Widgets, and the reason I mentioned those is widgets are what we populate into these sidebars. So this category is a widget, the archive is a widget, text widget obviously is a widget, menu widget, your Google Ads is a widget. So what we do is we drag and drop all these widgets we see in here over to the sidebar. And so this blog widget, that's a sidebar. Sign in sidebar, count sidebar, sample sidebar. So these are all consulting sidebar. And if I open these, I'll see what widgets are in here. And I'm going to do a separate video on widgets as well, so don't freak out or anything because I'm not covering what widget does. I'm just kind of going over the sidebar and how we use them. Okay, so let's go back to the page that I made in the last tutorial. Generic page will delete, I believe that's it. And right now I'm using the blog widget sidebar. But let's just pretend we're making a new page, we're making a new section. You don't want to use any of the sidebars you've already created, they're already on the site. You want to use something new that's only going to be on this page. Oh, what I want to do is click Enter New, so I can give it a name. So I'll just call this generic delete. So how about we'll delete? That way I know, hit return. You're not going to see it now, that's okay. Hit return, hit update. Now you'll see it. Generic will delete, right? And when I come back here and I refresh this page, oh, blank. Well, we don't have widgets in this sidebar, right? So what we want to do is populate. So let's go back to Appearance, Widgets, and if I go to the bottom, I want to see the most recent sidebar created. Here it is. Generic will delete. If I open it, empty. So now I can just start putting in the widgets I want to use. So let's just do text one, something here, some text, and blah, blah goes here, whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point. And again, I'm going to cover these widgets in a separate video on your widgets. And then I think I'll do, how about a custom menu, and then I'll choose the quick links menu. Save. And if I come back here and I refresh, text menu is not widget is not working. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Hold on one second. Okay. Basically I didn't have enough text in there, so before I only had that one quick little line of text. I needed a minimum of text. So anyway, sorry about that. So back to where we were. So here's our widgets. We got a couple in there. It's only going to be in this sidebar, and I can add the widgets from over here. I can rearrange these things if I want to. Drag and drop. And then that's how we get a sidebar specific to a page, or if you need to create one. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Just wanted to do something real quick on sidebars. And again, I want to cover the widgets in more detail in a separate video on widgets, so that way it's not too confusing for you.